another note on contemplative prayer, something that I imagine people would be hesitant to do, but it was the most beneficial part for me, was putting myself in Jesus's shoes. And I would always save him for last. Like, I would do all the other characters first and then put myself in his shoes. And putting myself in his shoes, like, I learned so much. It was amazing. I really got to connect with the humanity of Jesus and his reliance on the Holy Spirit. For example, with some of the scenes where he was doing miraculous things, when I was in his shoes, I would always check in with the Holy Spirit first. Like, Holy Spirit, what are you saying? What are you doing? Do you got this? Like Peter walking out on the water, when Peter calls out to Jesus, hey, tell me to come to you if it's really you. And so I imagined Jesus being like, Holy Spirit, you got this? Okay, Peter, come on out. And so Jesus tells us that he was so dependent on the Father for everything. He set his divinity aside. It was not him doing it. He was actually, he was participating in it, obviously, but the power was coming from the Holy Spirit. And through doing these exercises, I also realized how God desires us to live as Jesus lived. We tend to put him on a pedestal of like, well, yeah, he's God, so of course he was healing people and doing all these miracles. He's God, like multiplying food, walking on water. And through doing these exercises, I realized that really that is how we are meant to live also. Jesus was totally dependent on the Holy Spirit. He was in perfect communion with God, with the Father. He was only doing what he saw the Father doing and heard the Father saying. And yeah, it was just it is the way that we are meant to live also. It's not like, of course Jesus was like that because he's God, but it's actually the Father's desire for all of us to live in that same way. And through doing these exercises, by putting myself in Jesus's shoes, it helped me to realize that, and also helped me to learn how to walk in that, with, Father, what are you doing here? Holy Spirit, do you got this? Like, what do you want me to do in this situation? Anyway, so I would encourage you to do these spiritual exercises. Put your contemplative prayer, put yourself in the shoes of the characters of Jesus, of the scene, and it'll really transform your walk and your relationship with Jesus, with the Father, with the Holy Spirit. So yeah,